Sorry, I needed to listen to a voice note. Aki sends his regards. Oh, what a day. What is this? Voice clip. It was 14 seconds. Let me let it build up because I just want to say what I say and be done. Who am I to think I can't go it alone? Scotty, how nice of you to join my live. Where the bloody hell have you been? Morning, Emma. Wish I never met her. Scotty doesn't love me anymore. No homo. Morning, Shaz. I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. You'll find another life to live. Morning, City. Morning, Sarah. City, you allowed to talk in my chat? Sad and tired, you've got nothing left to give. But you'll get over it. Never, ever, ever told you things. Morning, Hayley. Morning, Zara. I don't know profanities. They got bananaed on so many accounts. It was so funny. Morning, Anne. Wow, Scotty is sat here silently. Silent assassin! Morning, Nanny Sanj. Never. I will never show my face again. Who's FYP new and why are they live? Morning, Dev. Profanities, do you know the thing is, I was on live, they came in, morning Ken, and started like hurling abuse at me. Morning Bex. Morning Hardy Bop. So yeah, it was a bit wild. I need to get in the bath. I need to put clothes away. I've got so much to do, but I just wanted to jump on just to say a couple of things. Morning, Spartan. Yeah, that's what I mean. They came and started on me and then they were fuming. But why did you come in and wind yourselves up? Because you went to bed mad. I went to bed all right. Morning, average. Not your average. My Louboutins. I'm not going on live in the bath. Be crazy. Yeah, Kelly. I was terrified, shaking, crying, throwing up. Minge money. So I've spoken to Roadman this morning. Obviously, everyone shared me this Simon's video. I'm not going to play it, but I trust Roadman's judgment, and I believe what he says. You know, he wouldn't just come to me to say something with nothing. So for him to make a video accusing someone of SA on children is wild. Absolutely insane. I haven't even watched the whole video. I just read the caption. That's a crazy statement to make. And I just wanted to say, like, I'm not in cahoots with Simon. I've not spoken to the guy. It's absolutely nothing to do with me, and I don't agree with it. Regardless of anything, no matter how I feel about Zach, that's not on me. And I'm not encouraging it. I'm not reposting it. I'm not going to say to people to play it. I think that is a disgusting thing to put on someone's name. Yeah, I will, Hardy Bop. I'll speak with Luke. But people have not been speaking with Simon. Obviously, he's saying he spoke to a family member. Wrong on all levels. No, not for me, hun. Don't do that. Are you moving house, Katie? Let me just see what he wrote. And I think he's a clout chaser. I'll be honest. I think he's a clout chaser. He's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos on this situation. Yes, make one video. Yes, give your viewpoint 100%. But all of this other stuff that's coming with it, I'm just going to read what he's alleged. I'm not going to play the video because I don't agree with it. But he has put, the following has been alleged. This is so bad. I'm sorry, but no. I don't even want to read it. Yeah, the DV guy. But something with him don't sit right with me. So I've not spoken to him. Obviously, everyone shared me the videos. I liked the first one. I commented on the first one. But I trust Roadman's judgment. I've been friends with him a long time. And I will listen to what Roadman says. And he wouldn't come to me with no receipts. He's had a back and forth with him. They've had a discussion. So, yeah. He's trying to clout chase off of people's DV. So he's alleged SA, DV, violence. He has said that he has abused 2 autistic children, assault on a woman, threats to a woman, blah, 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 whatever it may be. No. I think everyone should report that video, salt and pepper that video. Let me listen to Roadman's video. Let's just play Roadman's video because I trust his judgment.
Today I would like to talk to you all about TikTok's biggest
Alexa,
red flag. And you all
pause.
might already know who I'm talking about. He is the cheesy rocker who claims that he runs a domestic violence awareness page, when in fact he...
Yeah, CG, I don't know who said what or who's done what. He can carry on doing what he's doing. Whatever's going on with him is going on with him. But I just... As much as I want to be like, yeah, he's this, he's that, I'm not going to put that on someone's name, regardless of anything, because it's not who I am as a person. And I think my morals don't align with all that. No matter what these people say about me and think about me, and I'm the worst on the app, and I'm this and I'm that, I'm not going to just jump on something just because I dislike the guy.
Is nothing other than a lying, manipulative piece of shit. And this isn't a personal vendetta. I have had personal experiences with this creator. Now, last year, not only did he fake his own death, but after being caught out, he claimed it was a social experiment, even after replying as his brother for 48 hours.
Yeah, Kelly, that's what everyone's saying. And yeah, Ken, I haven't got the best morals in the world. I don't know why people put this on me, but for someone to be accused of something like that, so serious, no.
To well-wishers, right? Then
yeah,
we had another lady who had come to see me, and she was panicked. She didn't know what to do. She wanted to go to the police and get her abuser charged. But she was in a sticky position because she had gone to this person for the same help. And this person chose to make a video on her abuse. And when she asked him to take it down because it would affect her case, he told her no. Do not believe everything that you see online. There are a lot of people out here who will happily utilize your trauma to monetize their own lifestyle. If you need any help, please feel free to come over here. And if I cannot help you myself personally, I will at least put you in the right direction. Do not trust this piece of shit with your trauma, because he will not do anything with your best interest at heart. And don't worry, I'm already ready for it. He's going to come and he's going to try and make videos about my criminal history. Unlike you, you piece of shit. My followers know who I am exactly. You dickhead. Now today I would like to talk to you all about TikTok's big...
I trust his judgment. I know Simon, his is Simon Gen X Unk. It's getting way too out of hand. No, it's not giving Zach a pass for the things that have been said at all. Obviously, that is being dealt with in the correct way. It's not giving him a pass. It's just Allegations like that. Thank you, non-biased. Let me pin that. I just think that video, it's the second to last video, should be salt and peppered. I'll be honest. Stop licking your lips, you weirdo. That's my dog, by the way, not my kid. Yeah, the second to last video, I just don't agree with it. And even if people had... Hi, Slime. I think even if people had... Yeah, 100% Keisha. And if you're putting up things where women are saying to you, take it down because you're going to affect my case, and he's saying no, that's crazy. Because I wouldn't want people putting my story up without me asking them to. Yeah, boss, I think everyone did, but then obviously it's come out. He's getting more attention from it. Oh, hang on, let me just... I've got a voice note, one sec. Sorry, I just needed to reply to that. Is it Simon? I don't know if he has been. I don't know. No one's talking about Angie. This is what I mean, like the people... I hope you're happy, Simon. Me and Raymond are fuming. I just think stick to the facts of what's going on. Stick to what's actually happened. Stick to what's actually been said. I think coming with stuff from, I believe it's family members, I don't know. Just because a family member's saying something, it doesn't mean it's true. Do you know what I mean? Like, people have toxic fallouts with their family members. And yeah, I just don't agree with it. I'm sorry, but I don't. All this bringing family members to the app and Morning Faithful, I genuinely don't agree with it. There's facts out there. There's stuff out there that is straight from the horse's mouth. There's things that have been said. Stick to that. Oh, Paige. That's my viewpoint on it. Alexa, play my Spotify. My boyfriend Joey's here. This is crazy. Yeah, that's fine, Paige. My family's all died. There was something else I wanted to speak about. What was it? Yeah, so everyone, we're bunning off Simon. Let me repost Roadman's video. But I'm glad I didn't have nothing to... What's he put on his story?
TikTok's biggest red flag, and you all might already know.
Right, I've reposted Roadman's last video. When we first met. Yeah, but Paigey, today he's bloody... Who's Lisa? Oh, I don't know, Crystal. I love Lisa. He's posted a video saying that he spoke to Zach's family members and they've accused him of this, that and the other, and it's just wholly not okay. Morning, Sid. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. So, and Roadman's told me some stuff about this Simon guy. I need to get a pedicure badly. Nah, Torian and Jack are just friends, Saoirse. They're just friends. I think people will be mixed up in the comments. Who's racist followers? Katie, I think last night he had used a slur. The S slur towards disabled people, you know, like plastic. I haven't watched it all. Obviously, I've had to speak to my children's school because he's saying he's going to go to schools and stuff. But I've spoken to them, saying he's going to go to social services, which also is awful because children are literally losing their lives because social services do not have the funding or the staff members to be able to protect children how they should be. Yeah, my son's autistic. I'm not offended by that, I'll be honest. I'm actually not offended by that word. I think he said it for a reaction. I don't really know the context. Yeah, see, yeah, that's fine, Faithful. People do get offended by it, and that is absolutely fine. I'm not saying that no one can be offended. I'm just me personally. That doesn't offend me. Yeah, he's going to schools and social. Alexa, pause. I've just your video and told everyone to watch it and to salt and pepper that video that he's put up, the new video.
Yeah, man. The thing is with it, like I say, B, you know my opinions on stuff, yeah, and I've purposely been choosing to stay away from like online drama. But for me, the biggest issue is, and I said this yesterday to one of my pupils, I was saying, my issue isn't got nothing to do with the drama, it's the fucking danger. And not only that, if you have somebody on your side fighting your corner that has no credibility like that, then it ends up coming back to bite you on the ass later on.
Yeah, morning, Sammy. No, I've not had conversations with this guy. I've not been in his box. I've not really. I thought, like, the first video, I liked it, shared, like, reposted it, whatever. And then he kept making videos and kept making videos. And then he kept saying, oh, you know, I want to get Zach on a live. Then he wanted to go on with Corey. And then I just thought this guy's just clout chasing off of DV. Like, the message is right, but I don't think he's the right person to do it. Because if someone is saying to you, don't post my story, I'm asking you to take it down, and you're not taking it down when it's going to affect their case, that's crazy.
She literally rang me, the woman, yeah, and she was in bits, she was crying her eyes out, yeah, and she kept saying to me, she was like, I felt so stupid, she was like, I just needed support, she was like, and the guy who's currently going through the trial is a big TikToker, yeah, and it's well annoying because he follows me, but out of respect and out of the fact she could potentially get real justice, I've just said nothing until the time's right. Do you get what I mean? But then this guy is just making videos, rah, rah, rah. She's then gone to him afterwards, rang him and said, listen, I've just spoken to the police and the police have advised me if anybody's got any videos up about him, can you take them down because it'll affect your case long term, yeah? So then she goes to him, she messaged him, his first reply, he replied straight away, and he said, no, if I leave it up, he says, you'll remember not to get back with him, yeah? So then she tried messaging him and she showed me the screenshots. There was like 11 messages, one after the other, yeah, till about 1:30 in the morning. And he just completely blanked her, never got hold of her again. And then he'd said to her, I'm going to link you with a therapist, right? He said, I'm going to link you with a therapist. This woman calls up at 11:30 at night, bladdered out of her head, already knows all the information, knows about the abuse, knows about what she went
sorry,
through.
Roadman, one sec, Katie. This is about Simon, a guy called Simon. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. So then he basically, not only had he pretended to put her onto a therapist, he'd also relayed all of her abuse to a random stranger just to simply keep up the facade. Yeah. And then last year, when I made that video on him pretending to unalive himself, yeah, he ended up in my inbox, and I'll send you all the screenshots when I come off here, yeah. And he started in my inbox, and most people know my story, yeah. I told him directly because he'd asked about it in the comments, yeah. 15 minutes after I told him the exact detail for detail about my history, 15 minutes later, he was up on TikTok making videos saying I'd unalived my supposed wife.
What?
Yeah? Honestly, yeah. Tried running it like that, yeah. And you'll see it when I send you the screenshots of the message. I was going like that to him. You know I can see your video, right? And you know that I can read the conversation that we're having right here, yeah? You know that, right? And he's going, oh, yeah. Starts taking the piss out of me for my abuse, yeah, what I went through, yeah. Then said he only felt sorry for my sister, blah, 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 really going into fucking detail. So I snaps on him, sends him this big long message, but not an angry one, just like, you're using people's trauma. Obviously, you know how I speak. I've gone in with the facts, yeah? So I've done that with him. Next thing, whole end of the conversation, he's mocked my abuse, my prison, my sister's death, all of this bullshit. He's mocked it all. And then right at the very end, he goes, can we please be friends? Right? And honestly, biggest red flag. Yeah. And I'm not, but like, this hasn't got anything. I didn't even pick a side. It's only when you've messaged me this morning and told me what's going on, yeah, that I've seen any of it. My FYP has just been filled with Israel, Iran, and Palestine. Yeah.
Free Palestine.
Yeah, free Palestine, yeah. But that's literally where my focus is.
The thing is, Roadman, I just said before you come in, there's stuff out there that has been said and people need to just stick to the facts. When you've got, like, just because it's a family member that's going to him saying this, that and the other about Zach, that don't mean that it's true. And that is a massive accusation to put on someone with no proof or anything. That's disgusting. I don't agree with it at all. The guy, I haven't been in cahoots with this guy. I don't believe that anyone else has either. But I can't speak for them. But I have not.
I got a phone call yesterday off Lucy, so that's what it was. And Lucy said to me yesterday, Lucy was the one who said to me, you need to call Alicia, you need to call Alicia. And she'd sort of give me a sort of miniature insight of what had been going on, yeah? So then that's why I instantly tried to get hold of you. Thing is with me, I always look at it like this. I know the reason I'm friends with you, Paige, Torian, all of yous, yeah, is because no matter whether I agree with how you distribute punishment for shit, yeah, yous are always on the right side of the fight, yeah. And in this particular case, for me, I was just like, wow, yeah, now it'll end up coming back later on and down the line. I had women messaging me saying he's done this, he's done that, but I can't go as far back as a year in the inbox to find them and proof as receipts, so I won't talk about it on videos, yeah. But I had multiple people coming to me and saying he's done this, he's done that.
Yeah, something didn't sit right with me with him anyway, so I hadn't had anything to do with the guy, so it's not really a big thing for me. I just don't, when I see that video today, a load of people shared it to me, I just don't agree with it at all. I think that's an awful thing to put on someone's name just from allegations of, like, obviously we know, like,
and the trouble is what ends up happening is, and people forget this, yeah, is and it's a big point. So anybody that's in here needs to remember this, yeah. If you start making shit up and pushing shit too far, what you end up doing is turning the person you have a problem with into a victim, yeah. And that's why, in my opinion, people have bypassed what the guy's done for so long. And I'm not on about Simon, I'm on about Zach. Yeah, but people have bypassed it for so long because whenever situations come about, somebody comes up and talks about his childhood, or somebody comes up and talks about his history where it was a time where he had no control. And people who are naturally empathetic are going to go, oh, and then this is why we end up running in the same fucking circles. Do you get what I mean? And it goes over and over again because nothing ever gets done. And it's half of the reason why I chose to take a step back away from it. Please do send me, because I didn't know that. I'm not going to, well, you've obviously spoke about it.
Do you know what? I don't even need people to, like, people think I've gone run into people and said, oh, can you go and shout at Zach? I've not done that.
I don't think you have. No.
No, if I was, the people I would go to would be people like Roadman to be like, oh, I'll post a video. I don't need people to do that. I think the facts are out there. The things that have been said. And that's what I was speaking about. But
I'll say it like this, and you know me well enough, yeah? There are things that are worthy of making videos of, and then there are things that you go and have a conversation with somebody about, yeah? And I would in no means make a video about the shit that you've messaged me this morning, yeah? Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You're my friend, yeah? And I will go and have a direct conversation with him, yeah? Because if that's been being said, I've got him commenting on my videos going, I love you, Roadman, blah, blah, blah. But if that's what's been said to you, my loyalty goes as far as who are my peoples and you're my peoples. I'm not asked about making videos. I don't give a fuck about the clout. What I won't have is somebody threaten my friend who was a female, yeah? And I don't have to go online and fucking make videos telling everybody about I'll swing on you. We'll do it privately. We'll have
I've literally just come online to say that Simon's video is disgusting. So don't sit there and say I'm full of hate and this, that and the other. Because I literally come on live to say that video is wholly wrong. Stop running with what you lot are running with. Roadman doesn't need to message Zach about the stuff with me and him. I just said stick to the facts. People have seen what's been said. That's it.
Yeah, but no. You listen, let's make this perfectly clear. There's 850 people in there. Ain't nobody's messaged me in the last 2 weeks at any point to say to me, Roadman do this or Roadman do that. Nobody said nothing, right? Look, I don't do this because I'm not trying to keep friendships or whatever. If I can make a phone call to somebody and get somebody to shut the fuck up without causing a big online fucking kerfuffle, then it's a lot easier to deal with that way. And I intend to make this whole situation go quiet by this evening, and you won't see a video about it.
Do you know what, Roadman? I don't give a shit what anyone says about me or the way I look or the way I dress, my hair, whatever. I don't care. But when people are saying I'm going to call social services or I'm going to call your children's school or whatever's being said, like leave my children out of it. I don't put them on this app. I'm not.
Is that what Zach did?
Why do we never see you out with your kids? Why do you want to see me out with my kids? It's just bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Like, it was my address that was put out first. It was my ex that you lot were plastering around the app. I didn't dox no one. I didn't have people's addresses. I didn't put no one's address out. You know, so don't play victim in a situation that you created. This is my side of things. He's going to have his side of things. And then other people are going to have their side of things.
Look, let me say this, because I can see loads of people in the fucking comments. First and foremost, right, we have to take a look at this fucking from an actual wider perspective, right? You have somebody now who is sat here in a live who could use this information that has been put out there to absolutely bury somebody, whether it's truth or not, right? And Alicia is stood in her live going, no, that video is bang out of order because it's throwing somebody.
The accusations are disgusting from Simon. That's what I came on to say.
Exactly. And I don't see, in my opinion, I always look at it like this. Take a look at the other side. Is the other side doing the same? Yeah? Is the other side doing the same? Look, I'm trying to stay out of this as much as I can. But from what I can see, and I'm not justifying it, from what I can see, in my opinion, as a father, Zach looks like he's going through something at the minute. That doesn't excuse it, and I'm not holding my hand out, yeah? But, in my opinion, it looks like he's going through something because he's out here and he's doxing numbers and he's doing addresses and he's doing stuff like that. And it's all, not only is it sabotaging somebody else, but long-term, it's self-sabotage because these are...
You know, I said this last night as well, Roadman. If he was someone who was my friend, I would go to him and I would help him. If people think, because I don't know him well enough to know what he's going through or if he's different to how he usually acts. I haven't ever watched him that much. But if people have legitimate concerns for him, go and do something and help him. Instead of like going in his comments saying this one's saying this one's saying that, go and do something to help him if he's your friend.
No, I agree.
Person. Like, people think I'm this awful person, I'm this, that and the other. I'm not this horrible person. I'm saying if it was one of my friends, like Paige said that she has been going through a rough time, I'm going to go and see her on Saturday. That's what you do as friends. And I'm not even trying to like speak down to anyone here or anything. I just think if he's your mate, go and help him.
I just think as well, Zach the Brat, you're a grown fucking adult. You was okay jumping around pissed out your head when you were saying bun the ends, right, before you were going to watch a black artist Beyonce. You was happy and fine doing it then. You didn't hurt no one or affect no one then. Everyone seems to forget about that. Now you say you're going to slap at women. You were sitting there very fine, very theatrical, very much giving Beyonce, very much giving baddie shot o'clock when you were saying you were going to slap Alicia around the face. One male with something between his legs shows up and you're sitting there fucking lip quivering. I'm sick of you civilian bastards on the internet screaming every day, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. And then when someone responds, oh my God, my mental health. What about the mental health of everyone you've infected while you're sitting there laughing and giggling the whole time?
With people say, you know, Alicia deserves to be hit by her ex. Alicia deserves this. I've never sat and spoke about any of this publicly.
Sarah, make me shut up. make me. You can't. The same way you can't make Zach love you, darling. He's not going to bend over and let you lick his peach. I'm sorry. So the same way you're sitting there defending him, I've got a mouth and I'm going to use it. And all you desperate little housewives that are sitting around going, oh, it's fine what Zach said. It's fine what Zach said. Half of you aren't even in the fucking minority to even care what Zach said or have any kind of offence taken. And secondly, if you've not been in a deviant relationship, you're not going to be triggered. Of course you're not going to be triggered. So you may find it funny. You may think it's okay. But for the people that are triggered on this app, the same way that Zach is triggered when you sit there and go me about his mental health and about what he done to himself, is the same way women have done that plus more and been unalive by men that he's sitting there fucking and mocking. You're a bunch of pick-me, beggy bastards. And I find it very odd that as women in this generation, you're sitting in a man's box when he wears his hat backwards and a fucking basketball jersey in his little flat on a gaming chair. You think it's okay to say that I get why men have slapped up their misses. Whether you like that woman, hate that woman, whether it's someone that you cannot stand as women, and you know the rate of what we go through as women on an everyday basis, yeah, it's not all men, but go and ask your fucking every woman next to you, every woman around you, go and ask if they've been through something like that. So it's fine though, because Zach can say they deserve a slap. But then when he or someone comes towards him, your lips quivering and you're fucking ringing 999 like you're a civilian, darling. But 2 days ago, you was in Top Boy screaming, let's have it. So make up your fucking mind, you lot on the internet. I'm sick of it. We've all got mental health. Half of us want to flip and live life's toaster bath every other day. But guess what? We don't get no thank you or no sorries or no backing. A group of fucking beehive buzzing little bastards telling us it's okay and enabling our behaviour. We have to get up, raise our kids and keep going. So I suggest, Zach, darling, if you're feeling that low, get the fuck off the internet. Go make your coffees and find therapy, not TikTok clout about dailies. Pathetic.
I mean, preach, but I just always say this. Look, right at the end of the day, people, whether they're in a low position or not, I've done it myself, man. I'm not sitting here and pretending that I'm some white knight. I've argued with people and I've said the wildest stuff. I've said stuff that would be, if I'd have said it online, it would have got me cancelled. This a long time ago, But what I've had to learn over the years is it's all well and good having that same freedom of speech. That's your right. But there is also a consequence to those actions, And in my opinion, when you go online and you talk about it and you say somebody deserved to get slapped, then you're playing in fucking dirty waters, because from what I've heard and the shit that I've heard, apparently he's been in those type of relationships himself. And then when you go as deep as to look into it, it's like throwing somebody else, another victim, under the bus to win an argument. Anybody that's in here that's fueling these arguments, that's coming telling Alicia about herself or trying to come and tell Paige about herself, if you genuinely care about this human being, right? If you genuinely care about this human being, stop fighting his battles for him and go and have a conversation with him. Because if you honestly think that the behavior is justified, then that is something to do with you, right? You can't go around saying people deserve this and doxing people's addresses and blah, 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 and not expect a consequence. It's going to end up as a long term. Not only are you affecting the person you're arguing with, but all the shit that you are currently doing. And I say this with facts. Everything you're doing, you're self-sabotaging yourself, because it's all criminal offences, right? You can get charged for this. You can, Slimeball, thank you. You can get fucking charged. You can get charged for this. You can get criminal records for this and all this, that, and the other. And the basis that you're doing all of this madness just to win an argument, or over a snipe, is wild to me. Like, you're.
This is over a snipe and an opinion on an FYP show that I do on a Sunday that every FYP host has. This is what it's about.
Can I just say as well, I was in Wolf's Life for 3.5 hours that night, and Alicia was in and out because this bitch has no flipping. She don't sit there for like too long in any lives, right? She just does her thing, comes out, does a little stats for everyone. I was mass sharing the live to have as well, not because of it specifically being Zach. I was watching it. I love watching dare lives. Zach went about 7-8 games without doing one single dare. And I was sick of our Wolfie doing all the dares. So I was showing it out to everyone like a mad girl as well. Like, that's the whole point of the game when you do dare battles. It's boring for every viewer, whether you like them or not, to sit there and watch the same person do the dare over and over and over and over again. It's meant to be funny. Spice it up a bit. You're meant to get those that aren't suspecting it. Like, that's the whole point of the game for the fucking viewers. So to snipe, to sit there and cry when you are happily getting 80k in your back pocket, darling, per game, you were loving it then. You were happy then. You didn't mention any like little persons or snipers or anyone else in the views. I bet you didn't even look at Wolf's list until you saw Alicia's bubble at the start. It's pathetic. And if we're bullied, I don't know what you fuck to think with me with my little 10 viewers when we have our views. When Zach every day was 1.2k, encouraging people, oh yeah, darling, it was me that gave this to EQ. Yeah, darling, yeah. What the fuck do you call that then? Because I call that mass cyberbullying. So sit down, shut up, and swallow some penis, and some of you will be a lot happier in life.
Mods, don't just mute people for having an opinion. Only if it's like hate. If they're saying hateful things, just mute that. Because people don't need to, like, if people have an opinion, they can have an opinion. That doesn't bother me. I don't want him, like, I'm not out here trying to get someone be left with nothing and no one. I'm just not, I'm not going to sit here while things are being said that don't need to be said. Like, my kids don't need to be on this app. My ex doesn't need to be on this app.
So he said he's going to call social and that, Alicia.
Yeah, but I've spoken to the school. He said he's calling the school. And
yeah, no, it's not. You're a good mum. Like, you know what this, like, social ain't gonna do. Like, they're gonna, like, completely know it's malicious.
Listen. Like, none of that's going to happen. None of that's
No,
gonna
but my point is wasting time, okay, when there are kids, there's a kid on my fucking street that fucking needs it, for God's sake. Wasting time when
I was saying about Sarah Sharif and Arthur and Baby P and all these children who have lost their lives because social services are underfunded and overstretched. I just don't take it as a joke.
They're gonna. Do you know how many social workers it takes to even, like, go through complaints and stuff like that? Like, do you know how much time and hours you're wasting? But not only that, do you know how disgusting it is to even imagine, God forbid, something, I don't know, for some reason they did want to come and even talk to your kids. Like, do you know, like, the trauma of even having your kids around people like that when they don't need to be, when your kids are gone for a fucking enough in general? He's sitting there moaning about his little bloody dogs, whinging because people are going to his house when he's got dogs there, but he's happy to try and traumatize kids and just mess up and stress out, like, family functions for no reason other than a snipe battle. So you're physically trying to hurt and harm children or put children on the internet over being sniped in a battle. Like, is that what TikTok is in 2025?
Can I ask you a legitimate question, girls? Because I don't know whether this is just me, right? I don't. Do you think, yeah? Is this just me? Do you think because he's got the numbers that he's got, yeah, people are too nervous to call him out for it or something? Because I don't. The shit.
No, people have been calling it out and saying what they think, but then it's like.
No, I don't mean TikTok calling.
No, let's be real. People are scared he's going to do something to himself. That's why.
I don't mean TikTok calling it out. I mean, like, real life, yeah? Like, the second you have a conversation with somebody in real life, yeah, and you actually sit down and you speak to them, yeah, I believe you can change the perspective. I mean, it's a lot easier for me to change people's perspective because I'm a bit of a knob, yeah? But I'm saying that surely I don't ever see any creators around him that go and see him, yeah, that sit with him, that collab with him, that talk to him on a regular. From my opinion, I don't see anybody around him with any kind of solid relationship, yeah, right? And that goes from real life or that goes from TikTok. So I'm just curious whether this is just a guy who's getting about life unmanaged, yeah? Like, yeah, I come to you guys here and you guys would pull me. If I made a video that was bang out of order because we have a relationship off the app, yeah, you'd message me and say, yo, Road,
man, he had friends. He was meeting up with Wolf. They were doing good content of that. They were going away. Like, he was meeting up with Nicole. Like, he just managed having a breakdown. Get the fuck off the internet. And I'm in the pits of my mental health, right? But you see, when my friends will call me up or when I have a crash out, I don't dox things. I've been in my lowest of lowest. I've been in the joking thing that he's been joking about DB and all that lot, yeah, and come out of it. All the things that he's gone through, that he's putting on women, we've all gone through it, but none of us are doing the extremities of what he's doing, and we're all grown adults. We pay our own Wi-Fi bill and we pay our own phone contract. Get the fuck off the internet. Get off the internet and go seek help. Find yourself. Don't sit there and manipulate people. Now manipulating his whole viewers going, oh, dailies now because I'm so depressed. Are you fucking all right? I think that's manipulation.
I think personally, I'm not a psychotherapist or anything, but I just think he struggles with constructive criticism personally. But obviously, I'm not a doctor, but that's just my viewpoint on things. I think he struggles with any kind of criticism towards him, which a lot of people do. No one likes to be criticised, like whatever. And I think that's maybe the problem when it comes to, I love you too, Lamb, when it comes to his friends sort of saying to him, nah, that's not okay. But I just, while there's 1.2k people here, I want to say about this Simon again, like the last video that he's posted is abhorrent and I don't stand with that. I haven't spoke to the guy. Can someone mute that person saying free Israel, please? I haven't I haven't spoke to this Simon guy. I think the stuff that he's put out, I think this morning he's posted is disgusting. I don't stand with that. I won't be running with it. I don't agree with it at all. And I think just because it's a family member possibly saying something, it doesn't mean that it's true, because family members are toxic too. Family members are abusive too. I don't know everything about this person's, like, his life, but Simon is, and obviously Roadman said previously that Simon had posted someone's DV story. She had asked him to remove it and he refused to. And I just think he is not someone to be trusted or have any kind of standing on this app.
If you go over to the video that I've just dropped here and go into the comment section, you will see a lady in the comment section called Sherry who she's thanked me in the thing on the video for making it, yeah. But that's the woman, and if you all need receipts, you can go over to the comments and you can ask her yourself, yeah. I do not like this person personally. It just so happens that the information is given to me like that, yeah. The person is going to damage other people's cases, yeah. And more than that, I don't even, if I'm dead honest with you, I understand that the TikTok drama and that happens and stuff like that. My biggest issue with this guy is that he runs what's supposed to be a domestic violence awareness page, and he's the biggest red flag on it. You have people like myself who are actually out in the real world fucking creating hubs, boot camps, fucking school tours for young abusive men to stop women being hurt. And then you have guys like this. Do you know how many women have had message me in the last 24 hours tell me that they followed him because they liked his content? He's followed them back, and then all he does is send fucking love heart eyes in the fucking inbox and all this, that and the other. He's using these situations to catch women, yeah, and that's my opinion, yeah. And there's many women on TikTok that can vouch that this is the behavior. And for me, my biggest issue with this is that there's so many women out there vulnerable, i.e. look at this, Paige's just said it there, most women go through this type of stuff. And the thing is if you have a content creator who is specifically, it's generally how it works, who makes content that you relate to, you're going to follow. And then when he starts offering you support and it's a drunk woman at 11:30 at night claiming to be a therapist, yeah, professional much, just to keep the facade going, and it's utilizing people's trauma for monetary gain and then offering them no assistance. It's like, well, here, come here, tell me your story. I can get what I can from it, make as much from it as I can. And then when you actually need the help and when you need the support, I'm nowhere to be seen. I'm still helping Sherry silently to this day. Yeah, I don't make videos because it'll affect her case. I don't go online and try and raise awareness because it will affect her case. But you best believe she's already in the right direction for places that can support her during this kind of thing. She not only is she a mother that is now navigating life on her own, she's grieving a relationship because regardless to what anybody thinks, she loved the person who abused her. Yeah. So she's grieving the relationship. Not only that, she's dealing with the person she loved most hurt her. Yeah. And then on top of that, she's got this fucking piece of shit who's utilizing her situation, yeah, to gain off it. And then when asked to fucking do it because she wanted real justice, not TikTok justice, not everybody talking about it in the comments, yeah. When she wanted the man to go to prison, the guy said, yeah, nah, we're not doing that. Fuck you, you're not doing that on my watch. And just because you've managed to get behind a cause where there's enough people who dislike the person you're going at, it's giving you this false support. Everybody needs to know that watches my video. My video is by no means in support of anybody. My video is letting everybody and anybody know that if you are a victim of domestic violence, do not trust this human being because he will use your trauma for himself.
He's literally clout chasing off of DV, off of victims of DV. He's making bizarre videos in regards to DV. I think awareness will always need to be made about DV and the stats and the fact that 2 women a week are losing their lives at the hands of a partner or ex-partner, 100%. But I think he is wholly the wrong person to be putting this information out. And I bun Simon.
Controlling women.
I usually leave, sorry, Paige, I usually leave people to it if the message is good enough. If I don't like them, yeah, but they're out there and they're doing the work, and it's raising awareness. They're talking about Clare's Law, they're talking about victims, etc. I'll genuinely leave them to it, whether I like the fuckeries or not. Yeah. But whenever I literally left this guy, let's not forget this is the same guy who a year ago, I don't know what's more criminal, the fact that he did this or he faked his own unaliving last year, yeah. And what's more criminal is that on his own eulogy, he put, "We lost a living legend." Shut up.
Can I just say as well, Luke has just sent me a screenshot. Luke has written on the video, you can't put that out there about Zach. That's a serious allegation. I don't agree with that. Sorry. And Simon has blocked him. So people don't stand with that. People don't, no one, like, in all seriousness, well, like, nobody is trying to run anybody off of the app. Obviously, things have got out of hand. Things have got crazy. No one's trying to do anything to this man. But what's wrong is wrong, and that is wrong. What's
Using people's trauma for clout is
is
disgusting.
100% wrong.
Banana Rant, no, we're talking about that Simon, Uncle Gen X, whatever. He's jumped on the back of this situation, and obviously because of the people, he's had to jump on the back of it, yeah, and he's tried to utilize it. He's tried to make himself the big guy and all this, and I'm going to come to the rescue. But he did this to Sherry. He claimed that he was going to come to the rescue for Sherry, and instead left her in a deeper, darker hole, yeah. And that there is where your fucking issues become. Like, I will literally, no problems, yeah? Anybody can ask me. I'll ring you. If you're my friend, I'll come up and I'll physically help you sort a situation, whether it's housework, whether it's problems, whatever. I will help you do what you need to do. What I do not think is right is just chatting shit online, claiming that you are a domestic violence advocate, when in fact, when these not these just poor broken women, go and look at when he reacts what domestic violence is. Weird how it's dead fucking accurate, innit?
I'm just reading the comments on his video. So someone has written, Simon, unless you followed Zach over the last couple of years, then you don't know the full story. And he's put, as a woman, you're really condoning his behaviour. Would you allow him to look after your children? No relevance. Why on earth would Zach be looking after a random woman's children on the internet? What a ridiculous thing to say. I'm sorry, but no.
Do you know what? Yeah, you've got your other phone, haven't you? Let me send you this right now. Yeah, I don't. Careful how you read it out loud. Yeah, because I was doing the most in the comment.
I will. I'll
right. So just be careful with it. But I'll send it you now. One sec.
And someone said, if you have the evidence, why aren't you taking it to the police? I agree. Let me just... Yeah, we don't... Luke's going live now. He's doing the FYP today at 10. But this is just so concerning, and so... I don't want this guy speaking up for... Like, me personally, as someone who's been through that, I don't want him speaking up for me in regards to DV. No way. Especially if he's putting a woman in danger and putting her case at risk. Don't agree with it.
Imagine pretending to like try and save women from certain like toxic masculine situations, and then being the controlling male, like trying to ruin her case and tell her what to do with her own trauma in the first
That's what
place.
we laugh
That's
about.
actually crazy.
She's in a really good place now, Sherry, right? And I'm not, by no means is that because of me. That is all on her, yeah. And she's managed to get through it. And bless her, she keeps sending me videos of her trying to expose him herself, and she's so nervous to do it, yeah. But she really did want to do it herself. Yeah, and it wasn't the boyfriend, because she can't do that. It's the case. She wanted to speak about what Simon had done to her, because she'd been warmed into this feeling that she was going to be protected. Yeah, and then boom, all of a sudden she's left one fucking controlling and coercive male, and then she's found herself with another one.
Yeah, literally.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, how do you go to a position where you are trying to, by no means am I perfect. The only reason I'm able to help young men is because I had my own issues, yeah? And I've never physically like done anything along them lines, right? But I had my issues, and definitely, I've said this before, if somebody was to look at my behaviour when I first came out of prison, oh Jesus, it would have been classed as controlling and coercive, yeah? It just wasn't a thing when I was younger. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So then it's only through my experience of going, no, lads, come on, you can't do that. And the reason I know about it is because I've been there and because you do this and you actually go out there and you try and make a difference. When you've got people who claim to help and they claim to be the support system for others and all this, that, and the other, yeah. And the fact is they don't give two shades of shit. It is the most dangerous ticking time bomb you can fucking imagine.
Oh, these messages are crazy.
Can you hear it? Can you see it?
It's crazy. I'm going to read some of them out. Your messages are like essays, so I'm not reading all of them. But basically, he messaged August 15th, 2024, saying, are you going to call me? Roadman says, why would I? I've already established I do not like you or your BS page. So why would I waste my time talking to a coward who had no thought for his followers, who had lost loved ones to unaliving? And now you want to make out it's a joke. Blah, 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 whatever. And then he said, and then Simon has said to Roadman, did you unalive your wife? Call me, let's sort this out. Watch the whole of my last video and tell me if you understand what you say. And then Roadman said, no, my abuser, the person who caused me and my sister pain. I've said what I've said. And he's put, I knew you were a coward and I'm sorry for your sister's pain. I've put a video responding to you. And then he said, I take back what I said. Then he said, you say I'm triggering people, but I deleted the video, but then you put the video on that will trigger more people. Contradictive. He's not had a response. Then he said, why are you successful? Because you're an unaliver. And then Roadman has said, basically, that he helps people and turned his life around. Where's the one where I saw it? He's saying you should be in jail. I apologise to your sister. You thought you could bully me, but I can't be bullied, bruh. You should know that if you did your research, you make a point I triggered people, but you put it on to trigger more people, yada, yada, yada. Where in Manchester are you? If you unalive someone in defence, why did you do 12 years? I'm legally trained. Send me the video where you told your followers. Information on this case is open to the public, or via a public access request. And Roadman, it's not a secret, Roadman's responded to him and just said why he's put a video up and whatever. And then the guy said, if anything, you're getting me more followers. And then he's put, in the next life, we will be friends. Then he's asked him for a fight and said, if we're not going to fight, I'm done. I boxed for 24 years. You're on, but we film it. Who's the trainer? Come to my club anytime. Your video gave me loads of clout. I want people to see you go down.
Don't read the one side of that because it makes it sound like I wasn't ready to fight him. You best make sure you read both.
He's basically, Roadman's basically saying like, yeah, okay, cool, but why do you want to film it?
I have got a little bit of ego. I try to be as egoless as possible, but I'm not having some guy to. He basically, the point is I said to him, you can come down to a gym and if you want to fight me, that's fine, but we're not doing it on camera. You're not getting clout off it. If you really want to fight for what you believe, you can do, and I will give you that option. But I promise you, we are not doing it on camera because at the time he had 8,000 followers.
And then he's put, no cameras, no deal. If I beat you, you might say I abused you, so I need the cameras. And then Roadman's called him a lemon.
Why does he want to film everything and go live and everything's
and then
live?
He put, we should go on a man date. And then Roadman said, move, you odd guy. You're aware I can physically see you lying and manipulating your followers. And just basically telling them to go away. And then he said, I've made a mistake and apologise. I work against child abusers in my real life. I defend fathers in court who don't see their children. But you carried it on. Go live with me. We'll chat there. And then he's put, Roadman's just saying, absolutely not. Get you more followers. Bye, man. Bun you. And then he's put, bye, Top Hat. Can we be friends yet? How old are you? Like, this guy's weird.
Is he okay, Alicia? He doesn't sound okay.
He's not okay.
This doesn't sound okay.
Honestly, he's not like this. I was at work on the day, and I still remember it to this day. Right, I was in the middle of a conservatory, and I was working with another bricklayer. Right, and I kept looking at this guy, and I was like, "Bro, he knows I can see the videos he's posting, right? And he knows I'm in this conversation with him, right? like,
So
I'm like,
odd.
I'm like,
I
what's
don't
going
want
on
this
here?
person running around screaming about helping DV victims and things when he's not. I think he's very dangerous, especially when he's getting all of the information from the women, their DV stories, what they've been through, and then posting videos without permission and not removing them when they're being asked to be removed.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
is
not even just like the
insane.
person's, bear this in mind, it's not like the person's just changed the mind. The police asked this girl to get the video taken down. And even under police instruction, yeah, he turned around and said no. And can I just say this, because I am going to go in a second, because I need to go to the toilet, you know me, yeah. I am going to say this before I go. One of the biggest things and the key things, only a narcissist would fake his own death for sympathy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that is. Did he
Like,
actually what? Did he take it
laughing.
seriously?
Bro,
Was it not a joke?
literally for 48 hours, no word of a lie, Paige, yeah? For 48 hours, he replied as his brother to well, yeah? And then when he got caught out, claimed it was, right, so first of all, it was a joke, yeah? Then it was a social experiment, yeah?
Oh God.
Then it was a point to prove what trolls could do. But if it was a point to prove what trolls could do, why were you responding for 48 hours as your brother? Why were you not individually inboxing the women who were all over your page, crying for you, praying for you, sending out the lot, yeah? Why were you not inboxing them personally, yeah, saying to them, listen, this is a social experiment, don't, because that's what you would do if you cared for the supposed women you were claiming to help, yeah?
That
And
is so bizarre.
right, and that's it, right? That is literally it for me myself, yeah. I can't stand by, yeah, and go, I can't stand there and go, yeah, okay, this is all right just because I dislike the actions of somebody else, yeah. And that for me is where a lot of people on TikTok confuse the line. And the reason I will always fuck with you and I will always love you, Alicia, is because of the fact that you are in here today and you are saying, as much as I dislike Zach, do not be paying any attention to Simon's video. And that is why you were the last one I needed to message, because I know you got some sense about your girl.
Yeah, I'm never going to run with something like that. That's awful.
Yeah, and whilst there's fucking 1,000 people in here, all of you pull your finger out and get posting about Palestine. Do you realise that the world is fucking coming to a crook at the minute? Yeah, and these missiles flying across the skies, etc., etc. Instead of looking at fucking TikTok drama, stop being a part of the film. Don't look up and realise what's going on in the
Possibly, Hannah, it's that Simon guy that we were talking about. I can't, as much as I disagree with stuff that's been said in regards to me and my kids and whatever, I'm not like them. I'm not going to run with stuff like these little run with stuff and think that it's all true and whatever. I'm not going to run with it.
Have you seen that guy, by the way, before I go? Sorry, I keep saying it. Have you seen that guy, the comedian / brain surgeon who keeps going on Piers Morgan?
No, I don't.
Oh my God. I know. When he referred to it as a used dom.
Yeah. He turned around and he said, anti-Semitic. The word anti-Semitic has become a used condom.
I love him. Alicia, I sent you him. You don't watch my videos. That's fucked up.
Sometimes I do. It depends what I'm doing at the time. But free Palestine, always, forever, and ever and ever.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. He's like my new favourite person on the internet. He's done like 3 interviews with Piers Morgan, and he's one of the only people I've seen leave Piers Morgan absolutely dumbfounded and not know what to say. Did you see the one page where he said about the whole interview he did it out of sarcasm? Yeah,
I love him so much heavily. He was just like he was giving punch like one-liners and just throwing punches the whole time, and I just heavily adored him. Yeah. They didn't realise that he was absolutely mocking them the whole interview.
Yeah. He was just like he was saying stuff like Piers Morgan said to him something like he was like, listen, I wish you well and I hope you and your wife are well or something like that. And he says, oh, no, don't waste your time with that. He says, I've been trying for years using her as a human shield, but she's still here. Yeah. He was like, but what people couldn't understand, there was so many people going, oh, that's insensitive. No, what he was doing was he was talking the truth, adding a little bit of emphasis to make you think about it. And I promise you, it does. Yeah. And he made Piers Morgan change his whole direction because Piers was originally all pro-Israel, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
Piers Morgan's changed his wole viewpoint, which I love.
And that was all because of this guy. I swear, I'll send him on the next video I get that comes up. His name's Bashim, and so it's what's funny is he's a comedian, but he actually was a brain surgeon in Egypt, and he's an activist. But he is one of the funniest human beings you will ever see in your entire fucking life, and it's all done in such an impactful way. It's amazing. Anyway, listen, I'm going to go and leave you to carry on with this. But I love you both, and I hope you have
Love you, bye.
Yeah. Enjoy your crop tops. And hey, you didn't give me my High Roadman page. You was going in.
Hi, Roadman.
Thank you, darling. Speak to you later.
Alicia, I also have to go and ask Claire what being black means, acting black.
Oh yeah, someone said Claire. So yesterday I was doing a live, and Claire and Manda and that come in and started saying that they were telling me to stop talking like I was black, and I didn't know what that meant. Simon,
They actually put it in the comments.
shit, Simon, that video that you've put up is abhorrent, absolutely abhorrent. Yeah,
Is it?
Chantal, I've got the screenshots. Yeah, I think he'll probably just block me. He won't be able to handle anything I say, but you having messages like just because it's a family member, it doesn't mean it's true. And to put that on the internet is disgusting. That is a massive allegation, and it makes you no different from the things that he's been saying in regards to me or whoever it may be. I can only speak for myself. So the things he's been saying about me.
Credibility gone, mate, for me. I his first video, I thought, do you know what?
This guy ran back in the box.
Firstly, let me just say this. Sorry.
I mean, if you have evidence of something like that, then you take it to the police. You do not put it on the internet for clout. I've seen all your messages with Roadman. You're a strange guy. And what you did to women as well.
You've just sat here. This is how much of a coward you are. You've just sat here and you waited till I left before you commented, right? And let's just clarify this, yeah? You started your campaign in order to help Alicia. Now you're in Alicia's live telling her, oh, she chats shit. Yeah, that sounds like you're really supporting a woman. Yeah, done it, eh?
And
why don't you come up in this live?
Women.
Simon, why don't you come up in this live? Request the box.
He's been invited. He won't come up.
Wait until I leave you an absolute yellow belly.
What's right?
Yeah, no, nah, you didn't. That was what you used. You used Alicia's situation to make a video and to gain views. That's what you did. The person you're in here saying your chat shit is the person you were supposed to be defending. And to show how fake you were, you didn't even know that Alicia was who you were defending, you dick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go before I catch a ban. If he comes back up, I'll jump back up, yeah?
All right. He won't get in the box because I don't think he's got the...
I've just watched his video. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't agree with it at all.
That's terrible.
I'm never going to sit here and say that it's okay. Even with the shit that people have been running with about me.
Yeah, but we're not them. We don't think it's low.
I'm not going to change who I am just because I'm mad at someone.
Yeah, your morals don't differ because you get pissed off on the internet. Like, you're a grown adult.
And like I said, just because it's family members, it does not mean that it's true. Family members can be toxic too, and you need to stop speaking for women who have been through DV. Yeah, for clout, Simon. You want clout. No one watch Simon. When he goes live, I'll cam to him. And we can all watch from here. 3 of the mods have invited him. We'll cam to and listen to his bullshit, but I don't even really want to listen to it. I'll be real. I want you to stop with what you're doing in regards... No, it's not for clout. It is not for clout. This whole situation between me and Zach is between me and Zach. People have made videos with their opinions. Absolutely fine. You are speaking to family members and coming with things that are disgusting to put on someone's name. And I don't like this guy, but I'm not going to sit there and call him these things because you're saying, oh, I've spoke to family members. It's crazy.
There's a guy that likes to go live and call people out on live for doing effed up stuff and wants to film everything. I don't get why he won't come up into the box and have a discussion. It's very odd. It's
Because
giving
he
narcissistic
wants views,
behaviour.
Paige. And if you notice, his videos are all over 1 minute.
Oh, I was just about to say exactly. Some of them I feel like he was like pausing
You're
extra long just
making
so he hit that
money
minute.
off of women's trauma. You're making weird videos. I look through your content. You're making weird videos in regards to DV. I'm very much for raising awareness for DV. But what you're doing is monetizing off of people's trauma and things that they've been through. Putting videos up with fake blood on you. No.
Weird. It's all like theatrical. It's all for money and it's all for clout.
Don't
It is
ever
really
think
bad.
that you can speak for me or any other woman ever. And what about the woman who asked you to remove a video when you was jeopardizing her case with her ex-partner? What about that? Simon, you know what you're doing. You're manipulative. You are monetizing. I'll say it again slowly, okay? You are monetizing off of victims of DV's trauma. We do not claim you. We do not stand with you. We don't sit with people who run with crazy allegations. And
It's
you're running
dangerous.
saying, oh, get Zach on a live with me, going on a live with Corey, doing all the things you're doing. It's all for clout. Asking people to fight you and record it.
You say you protect women, but you seem to every woman that like has any kind of disagreement to how you handle DV or situations they've been through, you seem to heavily come against them. So you protect women when you feel like you want to be in the right and you want to be God. Like you've got a God complex. It's very clear of your slow talking voice and your hands and your arms all pumped up in your videos. But you're actually very disrespectful towards women and what they've gone through. I feel like you should definitely stay away from women and probably get your devices checked, my love.
How about this one as well? How about, right, here's one for you, for anybody in here, because there's 820 people in here. Anybody who has a spare day who likes to do homework, right? Tell you what to do. Go over and check Simon's page, yeah? And go and check my page, right? Keep an eye on the dates, right? And go and look at the stories of mine that went viral, right? So, for example, the grapes that go on within the country, etc. Go and take a look at his page. 2 days later, he's recorded the exact same video. And on one of them, this was the most comical one. This was the one that made me notice you again, Simon. Yeah, was the one where I, 2 days earlier, had done a video which I never crash out on TikTok. Yeah, never. Yeah, because I believe it's a sign of weakness. But I'd done a video a few weeks ago about a young girl who had been raped by 6 men. Yeah, 6 young men. And I'd made the video and I really crashed out when I made the video. I did it in one take. There was no thought. There was loads of mistakes. And I really lost my temper. A day later, you did a video that was about a similar topic. And weirdly, you had an empty paper cup on your table, right? And you pretended to be angry. But when you pretended to be angry, you swiped the cup off the table. But what's an interesting tell is that when you swiped the cup off the table, your arms stayed rigid, like you was really concerned about how you was looking. Yeah. So when you wiped it off the table, your shoulders didn't even naturally move. You stayed all tense. Yeah. And you stayed there with your arms all fucking tensed up and fucking swollen and all that because your anger wasn't as important, yeah, as how you looked, yeah. You are a walking narc, right? The fact that you faked your own unaliving last year and called yourself a living legend, right, on your own post is the first and main sign of a narcissist. Half of the reason I made the video I did, yeah, was to show people that you shouldn't be trusted with anybody's trauma. And now let's see, last year, your video didn't really do numbers, but you tried to make up stories about me that fit the narrative that made people turn on me. Try and do that now, yeah, because you don't realize how much you've made yourself noticed, yeah, and people will see you for what you are. Nobody who has emotions about the shit they do keeps their voice at the same level for fucking 235 videos. Facts.
I'm just flicking through the videos now.
Same slow voice for me, like trying to be all soft and Yeah, it's patronisingly weird and it
No
creeps me
disrespect.
out.
This sounds like I'm being a bit narcissistic, but he's giving wants to be roadman vibes. Yeah,
Do you want to be roadman, Simon?
you want to be roadman.
Simon, why have you got so many videos of you acting out, attacking a woman? Why have you got that? I'm not going to show it
What?
because it'll be triggering for people. They're all over 1 minute long, but he's acting out, hurting women.
See, now what you've done is you've brought the fucking attention onto your page now. And what we're going to get is we're going to get a load of women who's going to go over and they're going to take a look at your content and they're going to pick apart the red flags, right? Because that is what you are. I blocked you a year ago, yeah, because you were an embarrassment and you was a waste of my inbox, right? But then I got a phone call. What about Sherry, Simon? Because you write back when I say you want to be me, yeah? But will you write back when I ask you about Sherry?
And I want get Chemical Blonde out of here. That's a wrong one.
What the
Absolute
hell is
wrong
that
un.
video of him punching down with the chair and
I've blocked him. That Chemical Blonde. Yeah, don't. I just want people, regardless of how you feel about Zach, look at it logically and take it as it is and what he's put up, regardless of anything.
What about Sherry, Simon? Why didn't you remove Sherry's video? Because it was one of your biggest viewed videos that month. That's why you didn't take it down. Yeah,
wow?
right. I already calculated it. I do the same as you, bro. There she is. What's happening, Sherry, babe? He's right below you.
Sherry, you can come in the box.
Come in the box, darling. Just request the box, sweetheart.
These videos are weird, man.
Come up in the box.
No, that was. And by the way, watch 10 seconds or under, guys, because then you don't get paid for the creator fund. Don't watch the whole video. And salt and pepper while you're there.
I don't know if she wants to come in. Oh, she's here.
How are you doing, darling?
Hi.
Are you okay?
Hello?
Hello.
Are you all right,
Can you
babe?
hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you
yeah,
now.
good. You right?
Yeah, he's in the comments right now.
Oh, hi, Simon.
Yeah. I just wanted to, I mean, if you don't want to, I don't want to put you under any pressure. You can tell me to piss off, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
But can we just clarify to these 878 people that you went to this man for help, and when you told him that you needed him to remove the videos because it would affect your
Yeah.
criminal case, what did he say?
He told me time and time again. He believed that I was going to be going back to.
You don't have to say his name. All right, okay. He's calling her. I bet you.
He just wouldn't refuse to take down the videos. And I went to the police to try and get them taken down. And even the other week, he was on the live and he was saying to people that don't post stories of your situation or whatever you're going through because it could jeopardize your case. So I messaged him and I said, you just said that if you've got an ongoing situation with the police, don't be doing videos because it could jeopardize your case. And he said, no, but it wouldn't do for you. And I was like, well, how does that make sense? And then the other night he was on a live saying to people that he's only doing it to help people. People were saying, you're triggering us, like, stop doing it. I mean, he's done quite a few videos on my situation. And there was quite a few people saying, like, you're triggering us. And he said, I'll take them all down if you want me to. I don't want to trigger anyone. But yet he wouldn't listen to me. This has been going on since March. He wouldn't listen to me to take the videos down.
I just think it's disgusting.
And now you're in here gaslighting her, Simon. Yes.
So, Simon, I said to you, Simon.
She went to you,
Simon,
for help. Sorry, go on, carry on.
Sorry, I was on the phone to him outside the police station, screaming down the phone to him, begging him to take them videos down. And he wouldn't. And I said, like, you're just as controlling of my situation, my story. I was wrong in the first place to reach out to him because I was just in a really bad place and I just didn't know. I didn't really know my ass from my elbow, to be fair. But so I feel that I was in the wrong for doing that. And he said he never offered me any support after. There was nothing. What are you going on about, Simon? The next day you shared it. No, I asked you. I begged you. I even got the police to speak to you on the phone to take the videos down, and you still didn't.
Sounds like he's blaming the victim a lot in these comments. Like she's the one that has gone through something traumatic. You're meant to be the guy that has publicly put his platform out, Simon, to help women like Sherry.
Yep.
So you shouldn't be judging her reactions to your bullshit regardless. If you're so, involved in spreading awareness for DV and you spoke to all these women, then you should know what it's like under turbulence of healing afterwards.
Yeah.
So if she tells you to do one single thing, whether it's this thing and that thing 2 days later, you fucking do it, or you take yourself out of it as a man if your emotions as a man can't handle it and your own ego. You put yourself out there to help these women, and then you're having a go at them. You're victim blaming, and it's disgusting.
He claimed he worked for somebody. This was his job, what he does as a job. I've spoken to somebody who works for domestic abuse for men and women, and she said anybody that claims that they're working to help people in my situation wouldn't be putting us in danger to our abusers and putting it all online. So he doesn't. He claims that he does this as a job. He doesn't at all, because he wouldn't be that for the safety of the victims. You wouldn't be putting it all on making videos to try and get your views up and make you however much you're making.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's monetizing off of people's trauma. I think it's disgusting.
And this is it
Yeah.
now. You'll see it. You'll see it. What'll happen is now he'll get a bee in his bonnet because I've made a video about him, right? And he'll start and he'll try and make some videos now to try and deal with the damage and that, because that's what he does, yeah. And he'll try and do that now, yeah. What he is forgetting is the video that I have stated is only the experience that myself and Sherry have had with him, and these are all his actions. Yeah, I didn't make you pretend to unalive yourself. I didn't make you open up a page, claim to be a domestic violence awareness page. You offered to help Sherry. You offered to support Sherry, and with that support means doing what she needs. So when she has said to you, yes, will you make a video for me to expose him? She didn't know what was going to happen. The police have then informed her and said to her, if there are any videos out there, that can affect your case. So then she has come to you and said, oh, Simon, the police have said to me that if there's any videos out there, they need to be taken down. So she asked you to take it down. You refused. That's the bottom line. No matter whether she reposted it at the time, no matter whether she fucking whatever, whether she thanked you, whatever, at that point when she said to you, can you take that video down? Your only response should have been, yes, of course. Yeah, but you did it because I already looked at your page. It was one of your biggest viewed videos that month, and you make money on TikTok just like me. That is why your fucking videos are always a minute long. And like the girls have just said, you even stretch it out and pause and
He's monetizing. He's trying to monetize off of people's trauma, and I'm not having it. And I just want to say to everybody, Simon's words have no standing, in my opinion, in regards to DV or safety towards women or any of these things. The first video, yeah, okay, you spoke out on something and you said what you said. However, I wasn't aware that you're a clout chaser and you were using women's DV experiences to gain money. I think you're disgusting. And you can do your live. Nobody cares. Everyone will come and salt and pepper your live. No one cares. All right? We're not going to sit and watch you because you're boring.
Why don't you come in the box, Simon? Is it because you will be exposed?
Redman, he said he's going to do his own live. It's all for views and money.
You're literally in the comments gaslighting Sherry, but you do a page, yeah? You do a whole page claiming to help women, but you are in the comments gaslighting a woman, yeah, who physically knows what happened. She was in the conversation the same way you tried to gaslight me. Do you remember making videos telling people that I unalived my wife?
Simon,
Yeah.
listen, do you know, Simon, the other day, yeah, when what was said by Zach, I went live. I think I got £259. I donated it to a women's DV refuge. I'm not here trying to make money off of the back of people's trauma and people's lived experiences. That's not what I'm trying to do. I came on to say that your last video, I don't stand with that. And I don't fuck with Zach at all. I don't like the guy. However, your last video on him is absolutely abhorrent and disgusting, and you should remove it. Everyone's going to be salt and pepper in it anyway. But I came on to say that. I didn't know that people were going to come in and this was going to go the way that it went. Anything
Why
that's
did you
made
take-
on this, I don't think
Let me
much
ask
has been
you-
made, but I'll donate that as well. I don't need the money, and I don't want to make money off people's trauma. I'd rather help people.
Who's taking advantage of Sherry Simon? The same way you have an option to press that accept button to the live is the same way Sherry has the option. And Sherry has chose in front of 1,000 people to come and speak her truth. And what you've done is not only have you gaslighted her and told her you're wrong, you're now even further doing it, going, oh, Sherry, they're taking advantage of you. Sherry, has my inbox been open to you every day since you first contacted me?
And anyone
Yes.
who's in the situation,
Have I ever asked you for anything?
No.
Can you call me at any time, and do I always pick up?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a night that my sister, I got in such a bad state that my sister was absolutely like concerned for my mental health. And I was begging Simon to take, I've got all the screenshots. I was begging him, please, can you take it down? Please, can you take it down? Please, please, please. I'm begging you, please, can you take it down? This went on from about 6 o'clock of the evening all the way through to 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm still wide awake, having anxiety attacks, crying, begging him, and he's reading my messages and ignoring me.
Just you can do this while you're on the live. Go off your screen. It'll just come up that you paused. Send me the screenshot again to my WhatsApp, and I'll send it to Alicia, and Alicia will put it up.
And
Oh, you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
there's helplines in the poll, everyone. For anyone who is going through that, there are helplines in the poll. If you message me, I'm happy to signpost you. I'm not someone who works with DV or anything, but I'm happy to signpost you with information of people that will help you. Do not go to people like Simon for help if you are in a DV situation. Please.
People like Simon who writes.
Professional organisation.
Simon said, I'm trying to monetize off it. Listen, I don't chat shit to nobody. Yes, my videos are over a minute long, but Simon, do you know what the difference is between me and you? I currently run 17 hubs throughout the country for young men who are trying to emotionally regulate, those young men who will eventually end up becoming abusers. We are in talks and have received government funding to create summer boot camps to help young boys at home who are smashing up their houses because they don't understand anger issues. And we have also just been accepted to go and do school tours to undo the damage that people like you and Andrew Tate and all of that, them falsities do online, giving these young men this fucking fake idea of bullshit. Yeah. And that is the difference. So yes, I monetize off TikTok, but I actually do something that makes a difference. What you do is you get women who are drunk to call up victims in the middle of the night, yeah, and claim that you're offering them support. I have never met a therapist in my life that would have the fucking audacity to ring anybody drunk and at that time of night.
Sure. Can I just say to 1,000 people that are in here quickly, like to just, and especially women, whether you follow him or don't follow him, just like really look at what he's saying. Like he claims to be yet again someone who's meant to be helping women of DV. He's just said multiple times that he's happy to out and expose messages between him and Sherry and voice notes of a woman that went to him for help because he put himself out there as someone that can help women. He's sitting there saying he's going to expose voice notes of a woman that was healing and going through probably one of the lowest moments of her time and character in her life. And for him and for his clout and his ego, he's saying he's going to expose voice notes and messages. To me, that's not someone that is not misogynistic
Trying
enough
to
like.
protect women. It's someone who's
Yeah.
facing on the internet off of people's trauma.
That's
Yeah.
crazy to me. Like,
It's just
if
as
that
much as a
happened, if I
narcissist.
spoke to a man and they done that and exposed my worst times, my voice notes where I'm so vulnerable,
Yeah.
I'd take your head off, mate. Like, you're very lucky that you've got this far doing this. I'm not gonna lie. How you've not been exposed like this before is baffling to me because that's disgusting.
I'd never seen this guy. Obviously, when he posted the first video, everyone shared it to me. I commented on it and I was like, I appreciate it because people are making me out to be crazy. And then he kept posting videos. And then obviously I see the one today in regards to Zach. And I was just like, nah, I can't sit here and be like, yeah, let's run with that. That is disgusting.
Just sent you the screenshots of her begging him to take it off.
1 second. It is slime. Oh my God.
Telling her, oh, go take a bath, go relax. No, take the fucking video down like she asked you to do.
Please, so Sherry is begging Simon to remove them, saying, please, Simon, please don't message her and please put those videos on private for now. I'm begging you. Those are her words. And he's put, she's fine. They're just making you feel guilty. Stop answering the phone from withheld. They're because you're right in what you're doing, standing up for yourself. The damage is already done. Go in the bath and relax for an hour. And Sherry is saying, I'm on the verge of a breakdown. I can't cope with this. Obviously, anyone that's been in a DV situation knows how you feel when you come out of that. It's a lot. So he's saying, go in the bath and relax. And she's saying, please, Simon. And he's saying, ring me. Then she said, please, Simon, again. He said, on the phone, how was it talking to her? Do you feel better?
Oh, this is the drunk lady that he put me in touch with.
And then he said,
She was lovely, but I was like, I was what's the word? Naive enough to think that she was actually somebody else because I was in such a dark place. I didn't know what was going on, and just to talk to anyone.
You don't need to explain yourself.
Yeah.
People who get it. So then,
Yeah, but just to talk to anyone at that time was just to help. But she was drunk.
Sherry has said, please, Simon, I'm begging you. I can't sleep. I'm anxious. This is awful. You're not caring about my mental state. I'm calling the police to ask them to ask you to take it down. And then he's put, what's concerning me is that you want the video removed because in the recording you said you want it removed so he can make money on TikTok. You know this is wrong as you then deleted it. This suggests you were protecting him. Do you understand that? And then she sent voice notes and she's saying, my situation's beyond me. I've got really bad anxiety. I've been sick. I haven't deleted anything. You know, I reported him. I'm at the police station now. And then he put, it's off now. You have to keep your part. And then Sherry has said, my name is still on the other video, Simon. He says my name. And Simon's put, you're not tagged and can't be ID'd. I didn't realise what we agreed. Now you do your bit.
What do you mean, do your bit? You're literally how
that
her
was
try and gaslight her?
My bit was to put him on the phone when the police got to my house that night, which I did, and they told him at this moment in time they were investigating and they were taking my statement and everything else. He spoke to the police officer on the phone.
That's not him to even say to give you a bit though, darling. That he's nothing.
I know.
Like that's not him to even force you to imply anything
Simon,
or
you're
be entitled.
a red flag. I've seen geezers like you pretend.
Yeah.
You know these geezers that they will terrorise their missus for, and I'm not saying this about Simon, I'm just making a point here. Those geezers that will terrorise their missus for years and years and years, then their missus snaps and leaves them and gets free from them, and then they go on social media and they post about men's mental health and DV. Yeah, Corey the wrong un. Yeah. Absolute no.
So when I first reached out to him, he was like, do you want me to do a video? And I was like, no, because I didn't know. One of my friends was like, this is domestic abuse. And I was like, no, it's not. And then obviously when you like start searching and doing your research, my algorithm on TikTok changed, and that's how I come across him. And when I reached out to him, he's like, do you want me to do a video? And I was like, no, don't do a video. I don't want to do a video. I don't want to do a video. And then this, like, it kept going on. And then I forgot what I was going to say. What point I was... Oh, no, that was it. So he said to me, when I do a video, the only thing that we'll get into trouble for is if my ex-partner is able to stop earning money off of TikTok, which he was earning money on TikTok at the point. And I said, at this point, and I said to him, take it down because he earns money on TikTok. I weren't telling him to take it down so he could earn money on TikTok. I was telling him, if that's what you're saying, we could get into trouble for him doing that video because my ex-partner can't now earn any income, take them down. And now he's saying that I asked him to take the videos down so he could earn money on TikTok. That wasn't the case at all.
Sherry, I believe you. This guy, I've seen men like this before. I've seen it.
Yeah. Simon, why won't you get in the box?
Because he won't take accountability.
I've never platformed this man. I've never been in his box. I've not spoken to him. I saw the video that he had posted today, and I've come on to say it's wrong. And then obviously Roadman's come in and told me all of this shit, and then Sherry's come in and told what's happened with
Yeah.
her and Simon, and
He already had a platform, respectfully. Alicia didn't platform no one. This man had a platform. He's been doing this, hence how we're all finding it out.
Also, Simon, as well, just to clarify, I sent Alicia mine and your entire conversation beginning to end, yeah? And it shows just in there, you literally, I'm writing to you in the messages why and what the problem is, and you are coming back with some of the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard in my life. You don't care about nobody, yeah? It's all fake, yeah? Every bit of it is fucking fraudulent, right? And that is the issue here. It's got fuck all to do with whether you believe Sherry did the right thing. That's not your place. Yeah? That's not your place. You don't get to decide how Sherry handles this situation. Sherry's ex-partner follows me. I could literally accept his follow request, yeah, and message him and tell him about himself. Or I could make videos on him. Do you know why I don't? Because I want real justice. I want the guy to have a criminal record for domestic violence. I want the guy to be forced to go and take courses to learn how to control his emotions so somebody else doesn't end up a victim to this. But you come talk to you, look at you. I gave you the option, right? I gave you the option when you had 8,000 followers to come to a gym and do it off camera, right? And all you wanted was clout. Yeah.
Yeah, and he also, I have got to say this as well, he also manipulated my story because he had said, I'd obviously discussed a few things that had gone on between me and my ex-partner. He said that on one of the videos that my ex-partner was threatening to burn down my house with my kids asleep in it, which wasn't the case at all. I've got proof of the conversation between me and my ex. All my ex had said, it was in a heated argument, he said, watch what comes through the letterbox. It doesn't mean he's going to burn my house down. He never mentioned anything about arson at all. So he has said that in his, like, out of his own back, and manipulated my whole story and elaborated it and made it a whole lot worse than what it actually was.
So, Simon, you've got the person who is claiming to have been wronged by you on this live in front of 1.4k people, telling you that you did her wrong, and you are in the comments going, I'm tough. Right, let's do a poll. Who thinks Simon would have a shot? Who thinks?
I can't, because I've got the DV helpline numbers in the
No,
poll.
that's cool. It's cool.
Just put yes or no.
Just yes or no. Who thinks Simon would have a shot? Right. Let's just break your little narcissism down for a quick second and watch.
And just so everyone knows, Corey has just said if he's got it wrong, he'll publicly apologise. So I don't know if people saw the comment. And also I've got Stel, the wrong un, coming in there. Another wrong un keeps coming in on different accounts to chat shit. These people.
You seeing this? Is your little ego being dented, son? Because that's usually what happens with a narcissist. Yeah? I offered you, when you had 8,000 followers, to come to a gym. Yeah? I told you to come to a gym and we could deal with it that way. And now, yeah, we're here. We're here. You've had a year down the line. You've gained 200,000 followers, yeah, in that time. And this is what you chose to use it with. We have a woman here who had an experience with you. I've had experiences with you, right? And this is the way that you do business. Yeah? I told you this a year ago, right? My word is fucking my word.
Stop gaslighting her in my comments. Don't do that. Listen, Simon, I've come up against geezers bigger and badder than you. I've come up against narcissists. Don't gaslight her in my comments about, oh, Sherry, I tried to help you. Don't do that. You've been outed for what you are. And the video, you fucked yourself up by the video that you put today. And then that's made people look at your content. That's made people come forward about you. Don't gaslight her in my comments. You're disgusting. Sorry, that made me really mad.
People are seeing you for what you are, and now you've got Corey, now you've got the people who will see you for what you are, and they will make their videos, and you will get all the clout you want, yeah? It'll be the wrong clout. Your little fucking page of manipulating women and taking advantage for monetary gain, yeah, and claiming to help people. I'm going to make sure that no woman ever trusts you with their trauma ever a fucking again. right? Because you did nothing other than make Sherry's experience fucking disgusting. Like it isn't hard enough as it is. Yeah. And you have made it that not only has she had to battle her abuser, she has then had to battle you in doing the right
Literally.
thing. Yeah. She had two battles going on at the same time, and you want to stand here and try and justify yourself in these fucking comments.
Simon, stop trying to gaslight 1.3k of us as well. It's triggering me now as well. We've literally been, look, we've seen your videos for ourselves. We've looked at your own character. We've heard things from her own mouth and multiple other people, and you're still trying to gaslight us or telling us that's not the truth. It's not the truth that you want to perceive and put out there, but my love, that is the truth. We're not all stupid. Like, I don't know. Do you know men like this make me sick because you think that we're dickheads? You're trying to think that we're stupid. You're treating us like we're idiots. And we're just going to believe everything you say because you're so entitled to think that your point of view matters.
Look at that. Then stop talking to me if it's triggering.
Oh,
But
thank
you're
you
in the
so much. You're
comments.
such a good DV advocate. As a woman that's gone through such things and as a survivor from the other end, I feel so safe, Simon, to come and view your things and come and message you and get help. Are you okay?
Do you realise what you're doing? Like, nobody's undoing you but you. Yeah? Nobody's undoing you but you. You are literally sat here in the comments saying to this woman, if I am making you uncomfortable, stop talking to me.
Simon, if you're that sorry, get in the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of writing it in the comments, come up. There's a box available. Ain't nobody's trying to.
Well, you
fucking...
stick Simon, you
You're
lot.
not interested in lies, but you're the king of lies.
Why is his username? Baguette, have you screenshot it? He's changed his username.
Yeah, of course he's changed his username because now we can't afford people to know who he is.
And I hope the screen recording pages are going to all put this up as well because this is important.
Someone said Alicia, he's in here on two accounts commenting.
Let's just do a little roundup, yeah, and see if we're in the wrong, right? So here's the roundup. August last year, this same man pretended to unalive himself, one of the biggest traits of a narcissist, yeah? Then replied to people who were wishing him well as his brother for a period of time, right? When confronted about it by people who said that his video triggered them, me being one of them, anybody who knows my history knows why it would trigger me, yeah? When I made a video saying it triggered, he came into my inbox, tried to throw his weight around, yeah? He isn't articulate enough to go there, right? But he tried, yeah? Then, about 9 months later, after building this whole platform against DV, right, you then offer help to a woman who was going through abuse, and then you use her situation for nobody other than yourself. This woman then had to come to me to pick up the bullshit that you had done. Yeah? I had to do that. Yeah? I had to sit there on the phone with her at night and advise her what the best ways to go. I had to sit there on the phone and put her in touch with legal professionals who could help her in the situation. You didn't do that, yeah? She's strong as fuck, yeah? She did that on her own. But what did you do, Simon?
I just want to recap quickly, Roadman. So I've come on live today because obviously I've seen Simon's video in regards to Zach, and I came on to say I don't stand with that. I don't fuck with that. It's not something that I stand with at all. I think it's disgusting, abhorrent. I've then had Roadman come in to say to me he's had an interaction with Simon previously, and he's shown me all the messages where Simon's saying that, oh, you got me more views, you done this, you done that, asking him for a fight on camera, whatever. I've then heard Sherry's story where she had gone to Simon for help because he's putting himself out as a DV advocate. Hang on, Baggy, I'll make a big box. So he's putting himself as a DV advocate. So Sherry has gone to him for help. He's then posted videos in regards to Sherry's DV, and she has begged him. I've seen the messages that she has sent to him. She has begged him to take the videos down, and he has refused to take them down, and she is literally begging him. I've then looked through his account, and he has videos where he is pretending, he's acting out harming a woman, and he's saying this is for DV awareness. And instead of signposting people to the correct places where people can help them, this guy is posting videos and monetizing off of women's trauma and people's DV stories, men and women. So,
and then just to put the cherry on the cake, when all of that has just been said in the comments, the only thing he took from it was, I've not changed my username.
And his username has changed, but that could be from him being salt and peppered because it's changed to
Yeah.
user something or other. So I think that is what has happened to him.
But it
But I
weren't me
just want
because I
people to
sent
be
that.
aware of. Sorry, 1 second, Baguette. I want people to be aware that this guy is not someone that you should be going to for help with DV. There are helplines in the poll. There is helplines on my page as well. And if anyone is in that situation, do not hesitate to contact me and I will signpost you. I'm not a professional. Simon is also not a professional. And the fact he's put up that children have been abused by a person on this app, regardless of how I feel about them, that is absolutely disgusting. And I'm not having it. I'm not going to sit here and say nothing and run with it just because I don't like him.
And in the same way, Alicia
And
just
he's
said,
been gaslighting Sherry in the comments saying, oh, I tried to help you. I've seen it firsthand here. He is gaslighting.
I will say this, I am not a woman and I don't know the best ways to handle it. Yeah, so contacting me, Sherry is a different situation. Yeah, I spoke to Sherry personally. I generally don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to helping women. I will try and put you in the right direction. But where I can help you is that if you are in a position where you have a male in your life who may be stressing, doesn't know where to talk about it, doesn't know how to handle his emotions, whether that's a teenage boy, whether that's your boyfriend, and you just think maybe get him help before somebody forces him to get help, that's where you can get that's where you can get in touch with me, and that's where we can put you on the right lines. There we can help the young men in your life who you believe may be heading into that direction.
He has posted all these videos in regards to the stuff that's going on with Zach, but they're all over a minute long. So whatever's been said has been said. I'm not going into that right now. That's been spoken about, whatever. But he is constantly posting these videos in regards to the things Zach said, which, yes, the things Zach said are abhorrent, they're disgusting, but you're posting videos to make money off of it. And you're going on live with people like Corey to get clout off of it. You're asking Zach to go in your box or go live with you to get clout off of it. It's not a clouted situation. It's not about that. It's such a serious thing. And like I always say, 2 women a week are losing their lives at the hands of a partner or ex-partner. 2 women a week. It's such a serious thing. And when I speak about these things, it's not, so people say, oh, well done, Alicia. It's such a serious thing. And femicide is so real. And this guy is monetizing off of it. No, I know you, Corey, I know you didn't know anything about it. I literally saw that video this morning. People had shared it to me. And I came on live to say, I don't agree with it. Simon, you do, because your lives are dead. Your live streams have maximum 80 people in. And you're doing this and running with all this stuff to monetize off of it, to make money off of the back of what Zach has said. Instead of just doing one video and leaving it, you're not doing that. You're trying to get him on live. You're trying to do this. You're trying to do that. You're saying, I have evidence of him doing this to children. It's disgusting. And if that is the case, if I had evidence of something like that, which I don't believe you have, I would take it to the fucking police, not go on TikTok and make a video about it to put people on blast across the internet.
And let me just say this, Simon, you've not got 250,000 followers. You've got 220. Yeah, I know how to affect a narc. You've not got 250,000, you've got 220. And how many of them 220,000 followers have falsely followed you, believing that you were an advocate for domestic violence? So how many of them followers are actually your real followers? They are the followers of the character you have created to take advantage and to monetize. So be careful what it is that we are.
Yeah, you can buy followers. No one cares about followers. I don't run around and say to people, oh, I've got X amount of followers on TikTok. No one cares about followers. Grow up. We've just watched you in 4K real time gaslight Sherry. We've just watched it. We've just heard her story. I've seen the messages. What you've done is absolutely disgusting. And nobody should be coming to you for help with DV ever. I think you're a dangerous man.
Can I also say that and that, like, if he's making these like multiple videos, I haven't seen them because I choose not to look, but if he's making multiple videos, he did that with me as well, so he must have done about 6 videos on my story, and when I was told that he faked his own death, and I saw the video of him like, whatever happened to himself, he claimed it was because another legend gone too soon due to bullying. Well, what was happening in the course of him doing all these videos on my story, my ex-partner was getting bullied, harassed, death threats, people kicking his door in. Like he had hell, and so he was then getting bullied because Simon was abusing and manipulating and taking advantage of my story to get his following up, to get his to do whatever he was doing, and really my ex partner nearly could have done the same, like could have done it for real, for the mental health that he brought on to him. Do you know what I mean? And so my ex is getting bullied through my own wrongdoing because I was stupid enough to go to Simon for help.
It's not that wrongdoing because the guy's done. I don't know your story, Sherry, but the guy's done what he's done. I get what you're saying.
The
but
guy
it's
is
not
getting
Simon's
bullied because
case.
he's
So
going
what
on.
I'm saying is Simon, he's a dangerous man. He's a dangerous man, and he's acting out that he had, you know, he was unalived or whatever, and he faked it all because of bullying, and yet he's okay. When I'm begging him to stop with the videos because my ex is getting bullied, do you know what I mean? And then if my ex ended up unaliving himself, he didn't give a shit. He didn't care. Simon didn't care.
No, he's used your story for clout, and I'm sure there's a lot more. But what I cannot get over is the videos of him acting out, and there's more than one acting out attacking a woman. I cannot get over that. What is that about? What is that? Why are you doing that? Do you think women want to see that? I don't understand. How are you helping women by acting out, battering a woman? What are you doing?
See, this is the thing, Simon. You think you're really funny because you're saying stuff in the comments like, or begged me, but then reposted it, right? This girl had to run a process before she realised what you were doing, right? She had to run a process. All of this didn't happen overnight. But what people like you do is, it's the same when a guy gets caught cheating. I used to do it when I was younger, yeah? You do everything you can, yeah, to admit to the little things, right? To try and minimize what it is that you're doing, right? And you stand there and you'll go, oh yeah, but it was this, or it was your fault, and you did this and you did this, when the bottom line is all you're doing is justifying your actions, and the only person you're justifying them for is yourself, right? Because you don't care about Sherry, right? You don't care about Sherry. Sherry's in
Exactly
here.
that.
Not once have you apologized to her, yeah? Not once in this entire time have you said, oh, I'm sorry, but you did this. It is all about how you are being perceived and what people are looking at you as, right? A narc, right? These are the key fucking factors. You are a fucking narc, right? And we are here saying to you that what you are doing is wrong. And the only thing that you can do is sit in the comments, talk about your followers, talk about how well you're doing, blah, 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 blah. It's all fucking bollocks. It's all bollocks. Nobody cares about followers. Nobody cares about anything else other than Sherry in this room right now. Yeah.
He claimed that he put four men away last week through raising awareness for domestic abuse. He hasn't at all. At all.
How has he put four men away?
Yeah, exactly,
In the
Simon.
last
How
week.
have you locked four men up?
Please
I
explain
mean, it
this.
looks like he's put four pies away, you know, he's one of them. But I'm actually fuming after seeing these videos. I'm not going to lie. My friend, my best friend, yeah, she was in her 20s. She lost her life to DV and the guy's joking about it. What the flip? Like, I'm absolutely fuming, mate. What is going on in his videos? Everyone report every single one of his videos, man.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Mate,
I've
I'm shit. That
I
is
jumped up
triggering for me. It is.
Sorry, I jumped up and then just vanished, but I had a visitor. I just wanted to, like Simon saying, oh, I've not changed my username. So you have, because you know, there's your username, yeah. But, you know, on this one, the reason that I've got this screenshot is because I copy and pasted your profile link, because once I was done doing what I'm doing, I was going to go and report all your videos. But it looks like people have already done it, and that might be why your username has changed. So enjoy those 200,000 followers while they last, because I reckon your account will probably be gone by midday.
Hopefully, and everybody, if you are following him, make sure you unfollow that vile creature, yeah? Because, you know, that does not need to be all over TikTok. He's kind of mocking it. I feel like it's mocking it.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
It's not. Do you know what the thing is with it? Right, I'll tell you this. Right, so
I'm
by
on a
no
couple of you,
means,
Alicia.
by no means do I think he's silly enough to mock it. Yeah, I don't. But what I think,
I mean, some of the videos, mate.
no. Listen, hear me. Just let me land. Yeah, it's really bad acting. Yeah, and that's why it is, right. I believe that in his head he believes that he's pushing this positive message, rah rah rah. Yeah, and that's why he can sit in the comments and he can almost justify what it is that he's done, what it is that he's doing, right? But the trouble you've got is we have somebody who's coming online and pretending to care about women. We have somebody who's coming online and pretending to care about DV and victims and abuse, yeah, when in fact, the moment it goes past anything that he can gain from it, yeah, if he's already got the followers, if he's already gained the money from it, then he's done. He's done. Yeah, he's a compulsive liar. He told Sherry, what did he say to you he did as a job with the courts, because it was different to what he'd messaged me, because Alicia's got the messages. It's just the flaw in the lie. What did he say to you he did?
He said something about he does this as a job. He raises awareness for domestic abuse, and he works for, I think he said, CPS.
CPS, yeah.
I doubt
Alicia,
that.
what did he write in my messages? He wrote that he worked for the courts, didn't he?
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I checked
He
out.
said in here, he was like, oh, Sherry spoke to one of our after team. All right, Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah, when she was drunk.
Graham.
She was a drunk lady on the phone that wanted me to give her my story. And
He thinks he's important because of TikTok followers.
Yeah.
And he's
I
not.
haven't heard from her since. So if she was that, and if she was a, I don't know, mental health, whatever he portrayed that she was going to be for me, she hasn't reached out to me since. So that, in my eyes, is not somebody.
No, that's not aftercare, is it?
No, not at all.
Helplines are in the poll for anyone in that situation. Helplines are in the poll, and I'm happy to signpost people to organisations that can help them if they are in that situation.
And just to
Do not
clarify,
go to people like Simon, please.
Just to clarify as well, Simon, yeah, how you
So
did
that's
actually,
such good advice, Alicia. Sorry.
I've had people reach out the last couple of days, and I've, signposted. I'm not a professional in any of this, so I'm not going to.
No, but you're giving the right
I'm gonna fix
information.
everyone's problems, and I'm also not going to make videos about people's trauma to monetize off of it.
Yeah.
Jerry was saying
Like,
he's
you're
a
giving
Mackenzie
the right
friend, but
info.
anyone can be a Mackenzie friend. Anyone. But that also needs to be put a stop to, because the guy's a gaslighter and a manipulator.
He's
If
literally
anyone does need the help, though, just look into them phone numbers, see the right people, not the Simon. Simon's the wrong person.
That's the thing. There's people out there who like what you have to realize is the people that are out here that are dealing with these cases. These same people have to see therapists themselves because of the trauma that they see on a day-to-day basis. These people who are doing this as a job, they have to line you up with all of the correct things. And unfortunately, Simon doesn't have the lanyard. Yeah, and whether people like it or not, the lanyard is what gets people through the door. And when these people need CBT training and stuff like that, and all of that type of stuff, yeah, they have to be put into a professional. Simon, you told somebody Sherry's story, and then that woman has called her drunk. Yeah, you have discussed. Do you understand? Yeah, that you are claiming to help these women, but yet you are breaking every single ethical code any professional would have to follow. Yeah. Why does this woman know about Sherry's case? Why has Sherry not been given the number to contact this woman and decide whether she wants to be contacted? Why have you give this random woman Sherry's number? Yeah. Again, you are here controlling the entire situation.
Mate,
right?
if he was a legal representative, yeah, he wouldn't be passing that story on.
No.
You know?
I've got the access to Sherry's abuser right now. When I was on the phone to Sherry, I was like, do you know how hard it is for me just not to open the inbox?
Yeah.
Right? Because he follows me, right? And I can see him and I know who he is. But if I start intervening with this shit, then guess what? He doesn't end up on a fucking register. He doesn't end up having to take fucking anger management classes. He doesn't end up fucking getting the help that he needs because it's a taboo subject. But if he's doing this, he needs intervention. Because without the intervention, all we're doing is taking him away from Sherry and putting him onto another woman in the future.
So
No,
true.
so me and my ex, we're friends now. Like, we've cleared the air. He's getting the help. Everything's all right there. It's just how so with my situation, it's going forward. But there's no bad blood now, and with Simon, there's no he's just still not. He's still, his videos are still there. So for as long as people are still seeing that, people are still thinking that is still an issue. Do you know what I mean? That's still.
Do you know when my friend lost her life to DV? Like, there wasn't TikTok around then. And if she would have seen Alicia's little effort, you know, the phone number thing for actual help, maybe she'd still be here, you know? And there's, oh man, that guy's got me fuming, I'm telling you. Like, he's putting on a story of a woman that has gone through this. How flipping dare he? Who does he think he is at the end of the day? Oh, mate.
Okay, listen, I can't. I don't know anything that's gonna make you feel better in this situation. But you now are in a position where we unfortunately learn from shit that happens, and it's fucking awful, right? But do you know what? Your friend was fucking strong. Your friend handled shit that most people couldn't, and I know, and you just got to praise her, and that's it. And ignore guys like this. Yeah, this is why it's such a key point of pointing out people like this, because it is triggering the same way it's upsetting you.
Mate, I'm telling you right now, I'm fully triggered.
I thought I had a chance with him, and when he turned me down, I didn't like it. Are you joking me? What? So? Oh my God, there is no chance on this earth I'd go with Simon if he's the last man in this world.
You said that?
I don't know. Someone said that I didn't like it because I wanted a chance with Simon and he turned me down.
All right, listen, we're not fucking doing that. We're not fucking doing that over here, pack it in.
Yeah.
Whoever's fucking doing that dumb shit in the comments. Yeah,
in any way, shape or form. I'm not laughing at all. I'm fucking fuming.
Yeah.
Do not chat your fucking shit round there, yeah? You your breeze.
Eloise, can you share it to me, please?
Another example of people mocking it. At DV situations, people mocking it. Like, get your head in the bin, mate. Ugh.
Wow. Listen, I'm gonna shoot out on that, yeah. But I'm listen. I love you, yeah. Thank you for listening to me anyway, Alicia. I knew you would anyway.
Thank you for having me on.
Take care,
Kerry, I've dropped you a follow.
Listen, thank you for just coming up and speaking about it anyway, darling. Like the thing is with it now it's important at the same way the strength you had when you was dealing with the police back then.
Yeah.
It helps and it protects women is the same thing that you've just done here. So hats off to you, credit to you. Love you loads, and I will see you when you roll through my next live, darling. And you know where I am. You've got my WhatsApp.
Thank you for being so supportive and like helping me and everything.
No, listen, listen. Just because you all sorted my WhatsApp there, you ever need it, I've said this. You got a big 6'6" brother, and we'll sort it out. And if anything comes up and you need anything, you know where I am. Like I said to you on the phone, if I can't help you personally, I'll put you in the right direction for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, listen, love you all. Have a good day.
All right, I'm booting you out my box. But thank you everyone for coming up. And Sherry, you take care. Trey.
Thank you.
All right.
Love you, girl. Love you.
Bye.
I can't believe this. I'm fucking fuming. Torian, are you banned on every account again? Alexa, play my Spotify. Is his account gone? Let's have a look.
Mine too from Spotify.
Simon. Alexa, pause. No, his account's there.
Hello.
Hello.
Big up you, man, for doing that live.
Do you know what, T? I see a video today that Simon put up, and it was accusing Zach of crazy shit, and I'm not going to sit there and take that on board and be like, yeah, and run with it just because I dislike him. Like, that's crazy shit to say about. So I feel like dropping him a message, but obviously, like, things are way too far gone.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I think you see when it comes to like DV and stuff. I think anybody. Oh shit! Sorry. I think anybody making videos and monetizing of things like DV or people's real life traumas, then they're not genuine at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're monetizing. If it's
That's
different,
what
if
I'm
you say,
saying.
you
That's
know
my
what,
take
I
on
give
it.
my money or half my money to a DV charity, yada yada yada. But I can't. I'm not a hateful person. I'm not sat here plotting someone's downfall and trying to get someone like lies spread on their name when it comes to things like children and whatnot. I just have responded to stuff that's been said to me and whatnot. It's been a back and forth, but
I thought that
he wasn't
Simon was
that
like an
person.
ally. What happened? What did he do?
He's Torian, I can't even be bothered to go for it. I think Luke's talking about it now. It's probably beyond the FYP, but I'm going to go into Luke's because he didn't see everything that happened because he had to get on live. But yeah, everyone just unfollow, block, salt and pepper, all of that stuff because it's not okay. That particular video, and then when you look through his videos, it's got like him acting out.
Yeah.
I'm just not. No.
Yeah,
And
man.
if you are in a DV relationship or you think you may be in a DV relationship, there's helplines in the poll. There's a post on my page. And if you message me, I'm happy to signpost you to people that can help you. Do not go to people on the internet, please. And no matter how much they think that they're putting across that they're helping and they're doing this and they're doing that, please, there are professional organisations out there that will help you get out of that situation.
No, it's true, man. Who is this Simon guy anyway? He looks like
I don't know, he just come out of nowhere.
he looks like an actor. I don't know. Is it Captain Hook? I don't know. He looks like something. I don't know what it is though. Can't put my finger on it.
Why are you talking Northern?
Why am I talking what?
Northern.
I don't know. I put on an accent all the time. Do you know what I mean? No, not that one. Get me one from Sarai's room. Guys, my son ain't been to school since Monday and I feel like he's pretending to be sick.
I've been there, done that.
No, seriously, I actually feel like he's pretended because he's eating ice lollies, he's drinking, he's running up and down, he's even in the flipping
Go to
garden.
school.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what Alicia said?
Go to school.
He can't hear you, wait. Come downstairs and listen. He's doing my nutting.
Hayley, I'll go into the live.
Oh my God, Alicia, have you seen my post with Jack? Oh my God, have you seen the comments under my post?
Oh, I'll have a look.
Oh my God.
I'll have a look.
Go look what Alicia, say it again, Alicia.
Go to school.
What do you mean no?
Because I vomited.
Because you vomited. The vomit
Fire.
that we haven't seen, the vomit that he... No, we didn't. He goes in the toilet, yeah, he'll be like, vomiting. And then I'll be like, kill him, and he'll quickly flush the toilet. I'll be like, what vomit? I'll be like to him, let me smell your breath. There ain't no signs of vomit.
But Soraya saw me.
No, if mine get like sickness or diarrhea, they're like, well, I've got diarrhea. I can't go to school for 2 days. Right, you lot, I'm going to go to...
Alicia said you should go to school.
Go to work.
Luke's live unless he's been banned.
Alicia, did you hear what you just said?
What?
Say it again.
Go to work.
I run a business.
She has her own business.
Why she on TikTok?
What do you actually on TikTok? Why are you on TikTok? Sorry, I'm mad him. All right, guys, I'm going. Love ya.
All right, love you, bye. Right, everyone, I'm going to go over to Luke's. But yeah, thanks. Anything I've got 2.6k diamonds. I'm happy to donate that. I don't know how much it will be, like a tenner or something, not even that. But it wasn't even about that.